comes a time where every video game franchise has to turn to 3D. Cause Flicky wasn't cutting it. Sometimes the shift from 2D to 3D can be rough. It takes a very delicate and thoughtful developer to make this conversion work. Mario, for instance, was about a complete reinvention. Mario 64 is all about running and jumping to find a new creative way to reach an objective, rather than just getting to a checkpoint and killing Lakitu. Which you would want to do if you played Mario 64. And Zelda became focused on Picross. You see, he just unlocked Big Clock. 2D games are about precision. Take Celeste, for example. You need to avoid enemies and jump very precisely to progress. In 3D games, exploration and mistakes are encouraged more often than not. Where Mario typically dies after 2 hits, and Sunshine has a health bar, as players are going to make mistakes way more often. Flood. The larger amount of variables on screen inherently gives more room for players to experiment and explore. Kirby finds a solution in between. This game is akin to Mario 3D Land and World. Whoa! Hey. Where the games follow the structure of their 2D predecessors, but are not afraid to ask the player to be curious and unveil secrets within the 3D landscape. Sometimes 3D platforming can become dizzying and hard to judge. Can we go back to Kirby? 3D games just don't have the same amount of versatility in terms of platforming in 2D. As Miyamoto said, in earlier Mario games, we were able to measure the number of pixels Mario could jump and know exactly what was possible. But this time we had to design levels, so as long as your jump was close enough, you'd make it. I made Mole Mania on the Game Boy. Mole Mania, known as Japan as Morgayana, is a 1996 video. Kirby has never been about Dark Souls challenge. The first game, you could fight enemies and platform around them, or you could just float over everything. So Miyamoto's philosophy on simplifying gameplay and cheating jumps and movement options have applied to Kirby since the very beginning. Kirby in the Forgotten Land is a celebration of Kirby and his design. Instead of changing how Kirby games tick, this game reinforces it. Stages operate the same they do in any Kirby game, only now with a new plane to experiment with. Stages somehow do not become repetitive due to the crazy sequences the developers concocted. Kirby steals an ancient relic and is chased by a boulder, becomes a vending machine and spits soda. And he turns to a semi-trick to kill a demon. Instead of just blindly hitting a boss and hoping it connects, Kirby now weaves in and out of dodging attacks, countering them. He even rolls. What is this? Dark Souls? No, it's not Dark Souls.
And here we are.
Oh, shit. Never mind, it's Dark Souls. You can fight an ape named Goromandu and someone's DeviantArt account. Because of all the new room to play in, there are more secrets here than in previous entries. You can fight bosses on this original room. Or you could find this rubble, jump up, find a window, and then you could fight harder mini-bosses. Kirby can now upgrade his weapons. He can now have a big sword or... And with every great Kirby comes amazing mini-games. Wait, how is... Okay. Okay. It's a tilt. I just need...